The Book of the Damned, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 5 As to vegetable substances in quantities so great as to suggest lost cargoes, we have a note in the Intellectual Observer, Volume 3, page 468. That upon the 1st of May, 1863, rain fell at Perpignan, bringing down with it a red substance, which proved, on examination, to be red meal mixed with fine sand. At various points along the Mediterranean, this substance fell. There is, in Philosophical Transactions, Volume 16, page 281, an account of a seeming cereal, said to have fallen in Wiltshire, in 1686, said that some of the wheat fell enclosed in hailstones, but the writer in Transactions says that he had examined the grains, and that they were nothing but seeds of ivy berries dislodged from holes and chinks where birds had hidden them. If birds still hide ivy seeds, and if winds still blow, I don't see why the phenomenon has not repeated in more than 200 years since. Or the red matter in rain, at Siena, Italy, May 1830, said, by Arago, to have been vegetable matter. Arago, Hoover's Volume 12, page 468. Somebody should collect data of falls at Siena alone. In the Monthly Weather Review, Volume 29, page 465, the correspondent writes that, upon February 16, 1901, at Paw Paw, Michigan, upon a day that was so calm that his windmill did not run, fell a brown dust that looked like vegetable matter. The editor of the review concludes that this was no widespread fall from a tornado, because it had been reported from nowhere else. Rancidness, putridity, decomposition, a note that has been struck many times. In a positive sense, of course, nothing means anything, or every meaning is continuous with all other meanings. Of that all evidences of guilt, for instance, are just as good evidences of innocence, but this condition seems to mean things lying around among the stars a long time. Horrible disaster in the time of Julius Caesar, remains from it not reaching this earth till the time of the Bishop of Cologne. We leave to later research the discussion of bacterial action and decomposition, and whether bacteria could survive in what we call space, of which we know nothing. Chemical News, Volume 35, page 182. Dr. A.T. McAtee, Fellow of the Chemical Society, writes that, at London, Ontario, February 24, 1868, in the violent storm, fell, with snow, a dark-colored substance, estimated at 500 tons, over a belt 50 miles by 10 miles. It was examined under a microscope by Dr. McAtee, who found it to consist mainly of vegetable matter far advanced in decomposition. The substance was examined by Dr. James Adams, of Glasgow, who gave his opinion that it was the remains of cereals. Dr. McAtee points out that for months before this fall the ground of Canada had been frozen, so that in this case a more than ordinary remote origin has to be thought of. Dr. McAtee thinks of origin to the south. However, this, he says, is mere conjecture. American Journal of Science, 1841, page 40. That, March 24, 1840, during a thunderstorm, at Rajgat, India, occurred a fall of grain. It was reported by Colonel Sykes, of the British Association. The natives were greatly excited, because it was grain of the kind unknown to them. Usually comes forward a scientist who knows more of the things that natives know best than the natives know, but it so happens that the usual thing was not done definitely in this instance. The grain was shown to some botanists, who did not immediately recognize it, but thought to be either Aspartium or Avicia.